we go. The third sprint of the year begins when the 5 red lights go out. And we are racing and sprinting to turn number 1. Great getaway for Max Verstappen, who maintains the advantage at the front. It was a good launch off the line for Oscar Piastri, but he couldn't take second place away from Lando Norris. But the 2 McLarens are immediately going wheel to wheel. We climb the hill, up the 60 metres we go. Side by side, the 2 McLarens go. George Russell is trying to hang on to 4th place, but Lando Norris does enough to keep his Australian teammate behind, and Max Verstappen tries to build a gap. He's got the lead out front. Still we go though, Ferrari versus Mercedes in the background. Still the McLarens fight over second place. How brave is Carlos Sainz feeling around the outside? Can he get ahead of George Russell? That is a mega way to take 4th place.
And it was important for Norris to keep Piastri behind. Generally he's been the quicker McLaren in race trim. He was quicker yesterday, and he's kept that track position.
This is Lance Stroll versus Esteban Ocon, and Stroll finds himself in 10th position, the top 8 scoring points.
I think that Lando at the moment, he's looking the tidier, and you can see how he's getting sucked onto the back of that Red Bull. Max had to go a little bit defensive in the braking zone, so Lando is there. You can see being backed up into his teammate Piastri. This is all going to get a bit tasty.
This is going to be a big opportunity for Lando Norris, who will be thinking about that inside line. Max Verstappen knows it. He took the defensive move, he peeled back to the racing line, and he kept hold of the lead, but the 2 McLarens are on the charge.
Max crucially looks like he just gets that little kick of acceleration, so there won't be an opportunity for Lando unless it's super brave and late up into turn 1.
He's going for it! So late on the brakes, Lando Norris dives to the inside and takes the lead. He was impatient, he wanted the move, and he's got the advantage for the moment, but Max Verstappen is trying to reply, and he will go ultra late on the brakes as well. The top 2 brawl amongst themselves, and Oscar Piastri says thank you very much. How brave is he feeling, trying to go around the outside of his teammate to take second place with a move and a half.
I'll pull you from the ceiling, but that was brilliant stuff. And as I was teeing it up to say he's not going to have a lunch, he did exactly that.
That is brave and brilliant from Norris. Gets his stop, Verstappen sees him coming, gets the cutback. But then the next send on this corner is equally magical. No DRS for Verstappen. Norris is just extending slightly on the straight, and boom, straight down the inside.
Really beautiful driving and racing from the top 3 on this track right now.
And if you're the man in 3rd place at that time, you're just loving it. They're side by side, just losing speed, losing time, and you could pull off a move like this as well.
Max Verstappen had a really good couple of corners out of 4 through the infield and across the line. He got the gap up to 0.8 of a second. Still we go side by side throughout the field. This is Carlos Sainz trying to keep both Russell and Hamilton behind. A brave move for Sainz earlier in the Grand Prix, and Russell wants the place back. He's got DRS and he will get the place back on the brakes for 4th position. There is 0.6 of a second for the lead of the sprint. Great entertainment around this 2.6 mile circuit. Daniel Ricciardo, not in the part of the competitive order that he would want to be. The car ahead is Logan Sargent in the Williams, and the driver from Perth in Australia going the long way round and improving his position. This is for P16. This is going to be Aston Martin versus Haas. This is going to be Hulkenberg taking 14th place.
Big lock-up as he oversent the car there, but let's see if he had to defend at all. Looks like he didn't have to.
It's a bit miserable for Alonso, isn't it? Running 5 places now behind his teammate.
Has Lando Norris left it for a last lap attack? We've seen last lap Lando around this circuit before when he claimed his maiden podium here in Formula One. Are we going to get another late show for the man who will be wanting to take at least second place home after this one? We've got Grand Prix qualifying still to come today. What sort of exit is it? Not ideal for Lando Norris. And how much will he risk if you consider that he's racing his teammate?
Yeah, he certainly lined himself up with a big break into 3, but he just had to open the steering, went a bit deeper, a bit wider, than he would have liked, and barring a mistake from Oscar, it's all over. This will be the finishing position.
Well, out front, these two have played a brilliant part. It was a 1-2-3 punch out front. A late lunge from Lando Norris gave him the lead. Max responded at turn number 4, and the story continues here in Austria for Red Bull and Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen wins the sprint once again. He beats the two McLarens home, but it's Oscar Piastri in second place, and Lando Norris provided great overtaking. He risked first place. He ended up being third, but they provided a memorable lap around the circuit. It's Red Bull celebrating at their home venue once again. Verstappen, Piastri and Norris, the top three. Verstappen once again will be celebrating being first at the flag around this circuit. George Russell was fourth, having lost that place to Carlos Sainz at one stage of the Grand Prix. And then Sainz did well to stay ahead of Hamilton. The Mercedes clearly kinder on its tyres. The last of the point scorers, Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez.